Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
As you can see, we're as safe here as you could possibly be. I'm so glad that you've all joined us here this evening. I have so many thoughts racing through my head, and I feel like I'm in a place where I can be very articulate, but I can't tell you how much it means to me to see all of you here, and absolutely nothing is more important for the Jewish community than seeing our interfaith friends join with us in solidarity and know that we're seen, we're heard, our feelings are felt are shared with all of you. And I just want to do I found a few readings that I thought would reflect how I'm feeling, and probably many of you are too. This is by Stacy Beyer. I lay in bed and ache and pray. I pace the floor and ache and pray. The sun comes up, I ache and pray. Somehow get dressed and ache and pray. Measure the coffee and ache and pray. Search for my keys and ache and pray. Sit at red lights and ache and pray. Push through the day and ache and pray. Each mile toward home, ache and pray. Wash the towels and ache and pray. Push food around my plate and ache and pray. Stand in the shower and ache and pray. Turn out the lights and ache and pray. Stay up all night and ache and pray. We also think of everybody in the state of Israel and everybody in Gaza and all those innocent civilians who are suffering right now. Actually, everybody in the whole Middle East is at this time in need of healing. And I wanted to add a special prayer for those Israeli soldiers and civilians who are being held captive. Okay, right on the right page. Our God, the one who raised Joseph up from the pit, be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. Send complete rescue and full redemption to those being held captive by the enemy. Strengthen their spirit and bring them our prayers that they be protected from all harm. Implant understanding in the heart of the enemy that they may return the captives in wholeness of body and spirit. Grant wisdom to the Israel Defense Forces that they may secure freedom for the captives without loss of life. Grant strength of spirit and courage of heart to all the sons and daughters of Abraham, Sarah, and Hagar, to release bonds of captivity and allow us all to live in freedom. They shall call upon me, and I will answer them. I will be with them and in distress. I will rescue them and honor them. May the Holy Blessed One be filled with compassion for all of our health and all of their health to be restored, and all of their strength and all of our strength to be revived. May God swiftly send all of us a complete renewal of body and spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Thank you, Rabbi. We, as people, have a primal need to feel safe. It goes beyond the exits, but thank you for pointing that all out. We have a primal need in our community to feel safe. And so when we set up communities, historically, all of us, in all of our communities, turn to organizations that keep us feeling safe. We turn to our schools, so our children feel safe and learn and are nourished there. I notice, I just want to point out, we have the superintendent of schools from Bedford, Cliff Chang, and we have the assistant superintendent of schools from Burlington, Lisa Chen, with us, representing that. We turn to our public safety departments within our government, and we have Lieutenant Scott Jones, with us today, and DA Marion Ryan, who I think is going to come up in a little bit, to keep us safe. How does this get interrupted? Well, someone wants to interrupt this primal need that we have for safety, a need that's so great, it's like we have the same need for food and water and air that we breathe. We want to feel safe. Terrorists use violence as their tool. Violence isn't the end to the means. The end to the means, what they're trying to do is make us feel unsafe. Because once there's been an incident of terrorism, after it's over, we turn around and we say, this is still out there. We feel unsafe. And so how do we address that? How do we feel better? This is how we feel better, and this is how we reorganize to feel safe. Our community, all of you folks gathered together to say to the groups that have been the victims of terror, we're with you. We have your back, and you can feel safe again. The Jewish people, the Israeli people, were the subject of the attack on Saturday. We've gathered together here before when other groups from other religions and other marginalized communities have felt that victimization of violence and the aftermath, that they felt unsafe. And we've been together to say, if we weren't together, you'd be alone. You'd feel alone. You'd feel unsafe. You'd feel isolated. This community, this togetherness is our response to say, together we'll get through this. Together we will feel safe once again. So I thank all of you, and thank you for organizing this, for helping us all to feel safe once again. Thank you.
Please join with me as we sing V'ne'emar and Bayom Hahu. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz Bayom Hahu yihye Adonai echad u'shemo echad V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz Bayom Hahu yihye Adonai echad u'shemo echad Bayom Hahu yihye Adonai Adonai echad u'shemo echad Bayom Hahu yihye Adonai echad u'shemo echad V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz Bayom Hahu yihye Adonai echad u'shemo echad echad u'shemo echad echad u'shemo echad.
The introduction to the Kaddish prayer, the prayer for those who have died, may not be found in your prayer book. Tonight, I came to the harsh realization that we are all sitting Shiva. As the funerals conclude and the Kaddish is read, 100, 200, 300, 900, 1300. I sit Shiva for each and every beloved, as I cry and we grieve and we hug and we tell their stories. If I seem a little more sad to you, that is why, for I am sitting Shiva for all those now gone. May their memories be for a blessing, now and always. That's by Rabbi Evan Schultz.